1,021 days ago, I quit Fortnite. After I bought my first PC, I competed in almost every competitive event, from the first Trio Cash Cup in Chapter 1 Season 9, up until the last Trio Cash Cup of Chapter 2 Season 5. After competing for this long, my love for the game slowly faded. Grinding the game for 7 to 9 hours a day, with little to no success, left me defeated. I didn't enjoy playing the game anymore, and practicing felt more like a chore than anything, so I quit the game. Almost 2.5 years later, however, I had a sudden urge to download the game again. I missed competing and fell back in love with the game. This chapter, I will be devoting all of my time into becoming a better player. I'll be working with coaches and some pro players to help me improve. I'll be sharing all of my coaching sessions, 1v1s with pros, and other advice on this channel, so you can all improve with me. Before I start this journey, we need to establish some benchmarks to compare improvement in the future. I will be splitting this into 4 categories: aim, mechanics, fighting, and Gamesense. For aim, I will be using the Voltaic benchmarks for Kovacs. If you haven't heard of Voltaic, they're a community of gamers with a focus on developing mouse control. Voltaic breaks down aim into 3 different categories: clicking, tracking, and switching, with 2 scenarios for each subcategory. Based on your score for each scenario, you receive a rank to see where your aim stands. My overall rank is Iron. My weakest point is speed switching, with reactive tracking being my strongest. My aim in game definitely isn't bad, but there's always room for improvement. Pros are known for their good aim, so I'll be trying my hardest to get to that point. Since I came back to the game, I've noticed my mechanics are a lot worse than before. I struggle to free build and find my edit timing to be a little off. Recently, I have joked that I have IGL mechs to some of my friends. One of them suggested to turn edit and release on to see how my mechanics would look then. I never thought about turning edit and release back on. My peaks used to be awful, so I turned it off to focus on bettering my peaks when fighting. Now that my peaks are a lot better, I can say that edit and release on is definitely the right choice for me. To practice my mechanics, I have a mechanics training routine I do every day when I get on. I have also been speed training recently and have been seeing very good improvement in doing so. If you don't know what speed training is, basically, you cut your sensitivity in half and practice for a bit before switching back to your normal sense. It sounds counterintuitive, but I will make a whole video to explain that further. I've noticed that my biggest issue in-game is fighting. A friend of mine highlighted this even more and said he noticed that my fighting was the biggest thing holding me back in-game. I play too passive in-game and tend to just box up and play defensive when fighting. Although this is not always bad, I've realized that my reason for doing this is because I do not know how to play aggressive. If I pump a player hard, I have trouble quickly finishing the kill and tend to take counter damage trying to mindlessly jump in, which draws out fights much longer. To address this, I will be VOD reviewing some of the best fighters to see how I can end fights quick just like them. My game sense is definitely one of my strong points. I've qualified for almost every single Victory Cup for the past couple months with very little kills and never capturing an island, so I think that says something. In finals though, I usually make second moving before I start to struggle. This is usually because I need a refresh and have trouble finding one. Since game sense is one of my strong points, I won't focus on it as much in my gameplay. I will share what I know, and I'm always looking to improve my knowledge of the game, but while I wait for the tournaments to come back mid-January, I will be mainly focusing on the other 3 categories. With all that being said, I have some goals for myself. Before the end of the season, I want to achieve Platinum in Voltaic, see a noticeable improvement in my mechanics, drop 20 kills in solo ranked, which is something I've never been able to do before, and finally, make top 200 at one of the final Duo Cash Cups, or qualify, you never know. If I stay consistent, all these goals are obtainable if I work hard enough, and I can't wait to share this journey with you all. If you've made it this far in the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Along with uploading more videos, I will be streaming my journey almost every day, so be sure to stop by my Twitch to continue to support me. Thank you all for watching and embarking on this journey with me.